There's no way! Big dogs, we are going to be watching another one of Mix Ficto's anime-based Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks. I mean, based in so many different ways, as this time around,
Nani?
we don't know what he's playing, so we just have to go. Hex, Dark Seal, Fusion, Foolish Burial, Arcane Barrier, 1-for-1, and Fusion Recycling Plant. We're going first. We're going second. We end our turn. Our opponent starts off by activating Dark Magical Circle and then ending their turn after placing the cards on the top of their deck. This is going crazy. We get Breaker, the Magical Warrior. So it feels like a Yugi mirror match. Breaker will be able to destroy the Dark Magical Circle. We'll then use Fusion Recycling Plant and then discard to add Polymerization from our deck to our hand. We're using Polymerization to be able to fuse both our Hex Sealed and our Breaker into a Spellcaster-based monster in the Dark Magicians. Now when we activate Foolish Burial, we can send the Illusionist to the graveyard and then use Dark Magician to be able to get Legacy of the Duelist, attacking for 2,800 damage, activating Legacy of the Duelist, then ending our turn. Fusion Recycling Plant gets us Breaker the Magical Warrior back into our hand, and chat, we're cooking. We got that Breaker combo going on. Our opponent uses the true name to get Magician's Rod from the deck to the hand. Then they summon Slifer. Wait. Did not expect that. Holy crap. The one true name says declare one card name, excavate the top card from your deck, and if it's the declare card, add it to your hand. Then you can special summon one divine monster from your deck. It makes sense. Slifer the Sky Dragon with 6,000 attack triggers the effects of the Dark Magician to be able to get a card. And now Magician's Rod will add the secrets of Dark Magic. We're in trouble. We'll use secrets to fuse Dark Magician Girl and Palladium Oracle Mahad into the Dark Magician's art self. We'll use the Slifer to attack over the Dark Magicians. It triggers its effect to be able to summon both Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl to the field. We'll now use Slifer the Sky Dragon to reduce their attacks and destroying the Dark Magician Girl and attack for some pretty serious damage. Slifer then gets into the graveyard because it was special summoned, but we have a pretty respectable board here. We're going to start off by normal summoning Magical Exemplar, sending Breaker to be able to summon Fusion Parasite, getting counters on Exemplar. Fusion Parasite then activates its effect, but the Dark Magicians can also draw a card and potentially see a spell or trap card for them to use. We'll Fusion summon Parasite and Magical Exemplar into our Dark Magicians again. Magician's left hand things get activated, which means with Dark Magicians we can draw Fusion Recovery and use it, getting both Fusion Parasite and Polymerization, chat. I don't know what's going on here. We'll then pass our turn using Recycling Plant to get back Exemplar, and that's all we have, guys. So our end piece is going to be the Dark Magicians on our side of the field. Keep in mind, when our opponent declares an attack, we can target one spell or trap card they control, negate the attack, and destroy that card. So our opponent needs to be wary with what spell and trap cards they need to set up. Then each player can only set one spell or trap card from their hand once per turn. And then monsters cannot attack the turn they were special summoned from the extra deck, which is the reason why neither Dark Magicians could attack. Magician's left hand also negates the first trap card. So if our opponent wants to use a powerful trap card, they're going to have to play around this card first. They'll use their Dark Magicians to crash into ours, and we'll trigger both the effects. That means that both Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl will be summoned from both sides of the field. So we'll summon out our Dark Magician. Imagine if we summoned the Arcana Dark Magician, chat. That would have been crazy. We'll then use our Dark Magician Girl to attack into their Dark Magician Girl, activate the bond between teacher and student to summon our Dark Magician Girl and set Dark Burning Attack. We'll then tribute summon for Obelisk? You madman! This person's Yu-Gi-Moto, chat. And Mix is going to have to deal with an Obelisk the Tormentor. We're going to summon out Mathematician using its effect. Then we're going to go into the battle phase, attacking into Obelisk, destroying the Dark Burning Attack. We'll negate the attack, then use Mathematician to attack an Obelisk to draw a card, and we get Magician's right hand. We'll polymerize Fusion Parasite and Magical Exemplar. Are we going for the Dark Magicians again? No, we make Millenniumize Restrict, which is a really good counter against monster effects. Millennium Eyes Illusionist then adds itself to the hand. We'll activate Magician's right hand. We'll end the turn using Fusion Recycling Plant to get Fusion Parasite. Now, I'm a reader, chat. Millennium Eyes Illusionist says you can discard this card and target one effect monster your opponent controls. Equip that target to a Millennium Eyes Restrict. Whatever you do, be careful about this Obelisk the Tormentor because it's not invincible. Don't think that this card is going to be the card you can ride to victory. Our opponent goes to battle phase, attacks into the Dark Magician with Obelisk, and then ends the turn. Okay. We have both the left and right hand on the field, so our opponent needs to be mindful of their face-down card. We use Gold Sarcophagus to banish Kaito Terra. That summons Kaito Terra to our field and then gets us Polymerization. Kaito Terra then gets us Polymerization, and now we'll use it again. We're going to fuse Millennium Eyes Illusionist and Parasite into the Dark Magicians, which should trigger the effect of nothing. Am I just reading this wrong, chat?
A few moments later.
This card can be targeted, right? Neither player can target this card with effects. Ho, big reading, chat. Big reading. I got to do it sometimes. So we couldn't take the Obelisk, and this card is running the table, but we still need to be mindful of it. It's not going to be the card to bring us to victory. We get Fusion Parasite, then get Karyugetsu, and now it's up to our opponent to break the board. They're going to use Soul Servant, which gets negated by Magician's right hand. And then we'll use the Dark Magicians to get Chaos Valkyria. Soul Servant should draw them 3 cards, and then they'll activate Magician's Souls. They'll send Illusion of Chaos to the graveyard, then use its effect to be able to send 2 to draw 2. To the effect of our Magician's Souls, we'll activate Millennium Eyes Restrict, and I think that will negate the effect to draw 2. Unlucky for our opponent. They'll then follow up with activating Timaeus to summon itself to the side of the field, and then using its effect to attack into the Millennium Eyes Restrict, triggering the effect of Illusionist Faceless Mage, and then attacking into the Dark Magicians, which will special summon a Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl. So how are we outing this situation, guys? This is like Yugi versus Pegasus or something, right, chat? Except he's using the Dark Magicians. We'll activate Polymerization, fusing both Kaito Terra and Fusion Parasite. We're going to make Millennium Eyes Restrict again. All right. So now Illusionist can add itself to hand, and it can equip the Timaeus of United. But no, we're going to get Polymerization again. We're going to use... Okay, I have no idea what this card does. Special summon when level 4 or lower Fairy, Beast, Spellcaster, Winged Beast, or Beast Warrior. Pretty specific from your hand. And equip it. During the end phase, if this card was sent to the graveyard from the Spell and Trap card zone, you can add 1 Polymerization, Fusion Spell, or Fusion Parasite from your deck to your hand. We'll then use Polymerization. We'll fuse 5 monsters? What are we summoning? No, chat. Quintet Magician? This is sick. If this card is fusion summoned using 5 spellcaster monsters, destroy all cards your opponent controls. With the effect of Quintet, we get rid of our opponent's cards, but also with Illusionist Faceless Mage, we get the targeted card. Our opponent activates the Revive Sky God, but unfortunately for them, we have a spellcaster monster. Left hand will attempt to negate the effect. Wait. Negate the first trap effect your opponent resolves. Why is it not? The activation of this card or its effects cannot be negated. Bro, what am I reading, chat? This card is crazy. We summon Slifer to our side of the field, 6,000 defense.
Bye, have a
Quintet
great
then
time.
destroys Obelisk and Slifer. We'll follow up by activating Immortal Phoenix Gearfried, summoning Apprentice Magician, going into battle phase, and this should be game. Oh, Guardian Slime summons itself to the field. And this card says if you take battle damage, you can special summon this card from your hand, and then it gains the defense of any monster that it battles. So it looks like we may have bailed ourselves out, as we'll equip the Guardian Slime with Phoenix Gearfried, use Relinquished Fusion to fusion summon with Apprentice and Dark Sealed again. We summon a Millennium Eyes Restricted. Now our opponent has to go through 2 effect disruptions, 3 effect disruptions potentially. We'll get Golden Eyes Idol to our hand, and then we'll end our turn passing it back to our opponent. And they'll start off with Monster Reborn getting Obelisk. So how is he going to... Monster Reborn gets negated. What am I doing here? Monster Reborn gets negated, dog. It doesn't have a this card can't be negated clause. Does he have another spell card? He has the True Sun God. There's no way. So unfortunately, Quintet Magician can't be tributed. But we're going to use Magician Souls to summon itself to the field, discard Eternal Soul and the True Sun God to draw 2 more cards. Monster Reborn Oracle Palad. That can get over Quintet. No way, guys. Battle phase will use its effect to be able to attack over Quintet Magician. And then we'll activate our own Legacy of the Duelist and set a card face down and end our turn. This game couldn't get more wackier, guys. We can't give him back that Stir mode, right? Because if we do, we might get cooked. He might summon Winged Dragon or Ra. We'll summon Golden Eye's Idol, check our opponent's hand, which has a Winged Dragon or Ra, then use his Red Stitch to be able to summon out our Millennium Eyes Restrict. Our hands are tied. We'll then use Illusionist to add itself to the hand, activate Polymerization, we'll fuse the Spear Boy, King of the Swamp, make Guardian Chimera. We're going to make Guardian Chimera and use its effect. We're then going to use Golden Eye's Idol to be able to equip. And we'll use Infinite Impermanence. We can't stop Guardian Chimera, not only because left hand, but also because Polymerization's in the graveyard. We'll then use Magician Souls to send Oracle to the graveyard, summon itself, send 2 cards to draw 2 more cards, go into the battle phase, and then attack for game. Wow, guys. Wow, 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 wow. That has to be the most craziest anime duel I have seen in quite some time, guys. That is a 5 out of 5 squamadas. We got to see these decks. We have to. What the deuce is this, chat? This is a Relinquished fusion deck. So I guess it is Pegasus versus Yugi this time around, because we're using a lot of Pegasus-like cards. We got Golden Eye's Idol. We have Millennium Illusionist, and our main focus may be to summon Millennium Eyes Restrict. So I also think that it's incredibly weird. Mix, why is your entire deck rare? Like, look at them. They all flash at the same time. If they're not royal, they're rare. Mix is going crazy with this deck. I don't know, man. 5 out of 5 squamadas. Let's look at the opponent's deck. Confirm opponent's deck. The opponent's just a giga, chat. He's just trying to get by, chat. He's just trying to get by. Overall, 10 out of 10 game. That was probably one of the best games we've ever seen. And if you guys have a game, go ahead and catch us on stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I can't wait to see your games.